Hello, Mrs. Montgomery here with today's story. Today I am going to read a book called Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon, written by Patty Lovell. This is a great book. It has some very funny illustrations that my kids really like. Molly Lou is kind of a funny little character, and her eyes are very big, and some of the illustrations are really funny. But it's a book with a really great message, and it's about a little girl, and she is getting teased by somebody at school, and we'll see what happens. Her grandmother gives her a lot of advice. So let's see what happens to Molly Lou. Molly Lou Melon stood just taller than her dog and was the shortest girl in the first grade. She didn't mind. Her grandma told her, "Walk as proudly as you can and the world will look up to you." Here she is. So she did. Molly Lou Melon had buck teeth that stuck out so far she could stack pennies on them. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Smile big, and the world will smile right alongside you." So she did. My kids always laughed at this picture because it's so huge. But she's very proud of her teeth, right? Molly Lou Melon had a voice that sounded like a bullfrog being squeezed by a boa constrictor. She didn't mind. Her grandma told her, "Sing out clear and strong, and the world will cry tears of joy." So she did. Molly Lou Melon was often fumble-fingered. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Believe in yourself, and the world will believe in you too." Do you know what it means to be fumble-fingered? It means you drop things very easily. So she did. Then Molly Lou Melon moved to a new town. She had to say goodbye to her grandma and all of her friends. There she is. And she's saying goodbye to her friends. Looks like a little girl and a turtle. And start in a new school. It can be scary to start in a new school. On the first day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Shrimpo in gym class. When the game started, Molly Lou Melon caught the football, ran under the legs of Ronald Durkin, and scored a touchdown. All the children thought, "Wow, she's good." And Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. It's not nice of him to call her that. On the second day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Bucky Tooth Beaver. Molly Lou Melon took out her pennies, stacked 10 high on her teeth, and smiled as big as day. All the children smiled with glee, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. On the third day of school, Ronald Durkin said, "You sound like a sick duck, honk, honk." Molly Lou Melon sang out a quack so clear and strong that it made Ronald Durkin somersault backwards, hit his head, and have to go to the nurse. All the children cried with joy to be free of Ronald Durkin for the rest of the afternoon. And Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. On the fourth day of school, Ronald Durkin said that she'd made the snowflake all wrong, but Molly Lou Melon opened up her paper and revealed the most beautiful snowflake of all. All the children oohed and awed, even Ronald. On the fifth day of school, Ronald Durkin brought Molly Lou Melon a stacking penny. for her tooth and smiled at her. Do you think he's sorry for teasing her? That night, Molly Lou Melon took out a pencil and paper and wrote a letter to her grandma. Dear Grandma, I wanted to tell you that everything you told me was exactly right. Love, Molly Lou Melon. And look at her grandma. Her grandma's real tiny too, because that's her cat up there on the top of the chair. So Grandma knew to give that advice, probably because she went through being just like Molly Lou. I like that book because it shows that if you believe in yourself, great things can happen. You can even overcome bullies if you just believe in yourself, right? I hope you guys liked today's story, and I will see you tomorrow for another book.